3 more men have come forward to accuse actor Kevin Spacey of inappropriate sexual conduct in the wake of mounting allegations of harassment against the House of Cards star. The men who came forward met Spacey several years ago. One was a minor at the time of the inappropriate contact, and another was a journalist who alleges Spacey screamed at him for not wanting to FK him, according to a story published by BuzzFeed News on Friday. The journalist, who wanted to remain anonymous to protect his career, told BuzzFeed News he interviewed Spacey for a story in the early 2000s in his office at the Old Vic and later found himself being yelled in the middle of a bar at by the actor for not wanting to have sex with him. He was charming and doing impressions of Jack Lemmon and so on, he said of the in-office encounter. But after taking Spacey up on an offer to go out for some drinks, the actor started aggressively grabbing his genitals. He just kept reaching between my legs and, you know, just grabbing my DK, he told BuzzFeed News. I would move his hand away, and say something that I thought was pretending was funny or whatever at first. And then I was starting to get annoyed by it, and it was pretty clear. The journalist even attempted to leave, but Spacey kept trying to make him stay. I ended up sitting back down. He kept rubbing my leg. I moved seats. He came over and sat next to me again. I was trying not to make a big scene, because I had an assignment to write about him, the man stated. The man also shared that no one with Spacey appeared to react to his behavior, and instead chose to turn a blind eye. Spacey came out after me and literally stood between me and the door, he said. This man Spacey was screaming in my face outside of the main bar area, red-faced, spit flying out of his mouth, screaming at me with fury because I didn't want to FK him. He was actually saying that I did want to and I was a coward. That was his tactic. It was unbelievable. The journalist recounted the story to his editor, who confirmed hearing it to BuzzFeed. Both the journalist and editor, working at an unidentified national magazine, were ready to move forward with the story when the reporter had a realization the story would out Spacey as gay. Samir Hussain, Getty Images. It has occurred to me since then that there's this weird way that Spacey had discovered that the closet would shield other things, the journalist said. Being closeted has for him enabled him to use this privacy claim as a shield against anybody looking closely at his actual behavior. And then it may have served as this strange, protective mechanism, to say, my whole sexual life is off limits because of my sexuality. Justin Dawes, who was 16 in 1988, met Spacey at the playing national anthems and was invited to his apartment to watch Roman Polanski's Chinatown. Instead, when they arrived, they were offered drinks while porn was playing on the TV. We all had a drink, and we were kind of like, oh, no one else is coming, and HES like, oh, no one else decided to come, and he never mentioned that this porn was playing. It was really awkward, Dawes told BuzzFeed News. Dawes shared that Spacey, who was 29 at the time, was well aware he was in high school. He called the experience cringy, but benign. He also added that though Spacey was sleazy and manipulative, it was not as if the star was pushy. Dawes, who is straight, admitted he may have given Spacey the wrong impression. I think I had this weird kinda like, oh gee. Oh man, I feel bad. Dawes and his friend decided to leave and never interacted with Spacey after that day. He also told BuzzFeed maybe he should. They realized Spacey wanted him over for sex. Like maybe this was kind of a coded thing or something that I agreed to. Mike Coppola, Getty Images. A third man named Mark Ebenok said outing Spacey also held him back from telling his story. Ebenok was a 35-year-old military advisor working on Spacey's film, Outbreak, which also starred Dustin and Hoffman, when an assistant of Spacey's invited him to the actor's trailer to flat out engage in a sexual act. It was enough to stun me. It blew me away, he said. Ebenok, who is now openly gay, was not at the time. He said he turned down the proposition and never went anywhere near Spacey on set after that. As a military advisor, the last thing you'd want anyone to know is that you were gay, he said. A friend of Ebenok, Roy Locke, confirmed he had told him the story at the time. Dawes, Ebenok and the anonymous journalist are just 3 of several men who have come forward accusing Spacey of similar behavior. Actor Anthony Rapp first publicly accused Spacey of trying to seduce him when he was just 14 in an interview with BuzzFeed News. 8 Netflix employees recently accused Spacey of targeting young male staffers on set with predatory behavior, CNN reported. One account alleged Spacey put his hands down a staffer's pants. Since the allegations have come to light, Spacey admitted he has chosen to his life as a gay man and is now seeking evaluation and treatment. Netflix has since cut all ties with the actor and removed him from promotional images for its hit series House of Cards.